Hi friends, I Robinson. Welcome to our YouTube channel Starscience Robinson. Let's get into the topic. Today we are going to see about the anatomy of ear. Ear is the organ of hearing and equilibrium, maintaining the balance of the body, and ear are located at the side of the head and temporal bone of the skull. Next is the outer rim of the ear extends from the superior insection of ear on the scalp, that is root, and termination of the cartilage of the lobe. And the lobule is the soft fleshy inferior portion of the pinna. Scapha, it is an elongated depression between helix and antihelix. Phalange, the fossa bounded by the tragus and antitragus and antihelix and inferior crest of the antihelix, roots and helix, in which opens the external auditory canal. Triangular fossa, it is ascending portion of the helix and helix, the upper cartilage ridges arising at the bifurcation of the antihelix and separates and scapha from the triangular fossa. Auricle, it is called as a pinna, and it consists of fibrocartilage plate, skin covered, thin and fine hair, sebaceous gland are present. Tragus, slightly inferior protrusions of skin covered cartilage anterior to the auditory meatus. Antitragus, anterosuperior cartilaginous protrusion lying between incisura and antihelix. External acoustic meatus is 1/3 are formed by the cartilaginous and 2/3 is by bone. In external ear, this is the 1/3 of the cartilaginous place, and this is temporal muscle. And we can see about the inferior crushes and superior crushes, and it is lower cartilaginous ridges arising at the bifurcation of antihelix ends beneath the folds of the ascending helix. The external ear, which collects sound waves and channels them inward. The middle layer, which conveys sound vibration to the oval window. This is called as a tympanic membrane. It is lined by cuboidal epithelial. From external ear, the sound wave will be converted as a sound vibration through oval window into the inner ear. That is the work of the tympanic membrane. Now we are seeing in our diagram, this is about the malleus, and it is a hammer shaped bone. Handle is in contact with tympanic membrane and head of the mobile joint with the incus. So the vibration from the tympanic membrane is carried to incus and stapes by malleus. Incus, it is an anvil shaped bone, and it is articulates with malleus and the long process with the stapes. Stapes, it is a medial stirrup shaped bone which is being fit to the oval window, and the middle ear, they are amplified and convey sound into the inner ear by connecting to a oval window in vestibule. Now we are seeing in our diagram, this is about a semicircular canal that is about the inner ear. So as we are talking here about the equilibrium, so the semicircular canal will use for the equilibrium of the body. Now we are going with the red color. So this is called as a cochlear, and which is being fluid filled structure and tiny hair cells line in cochlea. So these cells transmits vibration into the electric impulses so that it carried to the brain. So now we can see here in our diagram, this is cochlea. So now I'm showing in our diagram this particular part, it is called as a vestibule. So it sits between, connects cochlea and semicircular canal, helps maintain equilibrium. Utricle is closer to the semicircular canal and saccule is closer to the cochlea. So now you are seeing in our diagram, this particular point, it is called as a vestibular nerve, and whereas from a cochlea we can see the cochlear nerve. So vestibular cochlear nerve we can see here in our diagram right now, which will convey the sound into our brain and to identify the sound. Here it is called as a oval window. The vibration to the oval window, which leads to the movement of fluid within the cochlear and activation of receptors for hearing. Sternine tube open intermittently to equalize the intratympanic air pressure with the pressure in external auditory canal, removes secretion, and it is also called auditory tube and pharyngotympanic tube. This is a tube which opens in nasopharynx laterally. Round window. The outward movement of round window allows fluid to move within the cochleae and to take all the pressure from the cochleae. which will not disturb the brain. Auditory ossicles are a chain of small bone in a middle ear that transmit sound from the outer ear to the inner ear through a mechanical vibration. This particular portion it is called as a external auditory meatus, or it is also called as a external auditory canal. So next we can see in our diagram this particular portion it is called as a intertrochic notch. Next we can see about the membranous labyrinthine. So here I'm showing you here, but we can find in semicircular canal also. So here we can remember in cochlear duct we can find as a membranous labyrinthine. So you can find in scala tympanic and scala vestibule it is filled with a perilymph. In scala cochleae it is a endolymph, that is membranous labyrinthine. Here it is called as a bony labyrinthine, so where it is with perilymph. And here in our diagram you can see about the temporal bone and about the semicircular canal. Semicircular duct, three tiny fluid filled tubes inner ear helps keep balance. This place it is called as a tympanic cavity. So as you are seeing in our diagram, and we can see in this particular place it is a inner ear, and here we can see about the utricles and saccule. Utricle is a balancing system in membranous labyrinthine and responds to changes in position of head body. So this is middle ear, and once again we'll see about the saccule. It translates head movement into neural impulses which the brain can interpret. This particular portion it is called as an external ear. External ear collects sound waves, and the middle ear conveys sound vibration to oval window, and inner ear the house of receptor for hearing and equilibrium. Thank you friends for watching. It's Star Science Robinson. This is about ear anatomy and physiology. Thank you once again.